Mrs. Belcher here with my best dino buddy, Tyranno-thesaurus Rex. And guess what? Tyranno-thesaurus Rex actually gets to do his job with us today, like he used to do when we were at school, and he would help kids learn tricky words and how to use a thesaurus. So before we hear our story today called dog breath, there's a word, a vocabulary word that you need to know. And that word is halitosis. Can you say halitosis? I'm going to take my glasses off, I think. Let's clap halitosis. Ready? Halitosis. I heard 4 parts, did you? Clap it with me. Ready? Here we go. Halitosis. 4 parts. We were right. Now, halitosis sounds like a tricky word, and you might not know what it means. You've probably never heard that word before. It's not a word that people say very much. So, just like when we were at school, buddy, this is bringing back memories. I have a thesaurus app on my cell phone. And so every week when we would have a tricky word to teach the boys and girls about, we would look it up in the thesaurus. Now, a thesaurus gives you words that mean the same thing as the words you're looking up, and also words that mean the opposite of the words you're looking up. The words that mean the same thing are called synonyms. Synonyms, same. They both start the same. That's one way to make it easy to remember what synonyms are. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite, like hot and cold and up and down, right? So we want to look up synonyms for the word halitosis. So we can understand what it means. So here we go. All right, Tyranno-thesaurus Rex, it's your time to shine. Here we go. So here's some synonyms. Those are words that mean the same thing for the word halitosis. All right, you ready? Oh, listen to these. Halitosis means bad breath, foul breath, bad smell, terrible breath. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Tyranno-thesaurus Rex, you got a little bit of halitosis happening right now, so you're going to put on your little quarantine mask right now. Cover up that bad breath you got going on. There he is in his little quarantine mask, so I don't have to smell his bad breath, right? I'm going to eat a breath mint. There. So now I have nice smelling breath too. Smells like strawberries. So let's talk about our book. Our book today is called Bad Breath, and I wanted to teach you about what the word halitosis means, because this dog's name is Hallie, right? And he belongs to the Tosis family, right? Like my name is Elizabeth, and I belong to the Belcher family. Therefore, my name is Elizabeth Belcher. So this dog's name is Hallie, and Hallie belongs to the Tosis family. So Hallie's name is Halitosis, which we've just learned is a word that means really bad breath. So do you think Hallie's breath smells good or bad? I would say bad. Like some of you might remember that episode of SpongeBob where he eats the sundae and gets really bad breath, or halitosis. So let's hear our story. It's called Dog Breath, and the author and the illustrator are the same person again, Dave Pilkey. He wrote the words, so he's the author, and he drew the pictures, so he's also the illustrator. Let's listen to Dog Breath. The horrible trouble with halitosis. Here we go. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Look at everyone holding their noses. Oh dear, look at this. Halitosis had horrible breath. Whenever Halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Look, the wallpaper's peeling off, all the leaves fell off of the tree, the fish died. And look, even the painting on the wall is holding its nose. That's some really bad breath. When the children took Halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Halitosis. Look at the skunk. And you know how stinky skunks are. Poor Hallie. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Oh my goodness, look what happened to Grandma Tosis's hair. Look, there's how it started when she came in for a visit, and after she smelled the dog's breath. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Oh my goodness, look what happened to Grandma Tosis. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. Look, free dog to a good home. And look, everyone is sad and crying. They don't want to get rid of her, but they don't know what else to do. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. Oh, look, the trees are wilting as Hallie goes past. I wonder if this is important. That's a wanted poster, wanted for burglary. And it's got pictures of two bad guys on it. I wonder if that's important. We'll have to find out, won't we? They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Look, even the sun is holding its nose. That is some seriously bad breath. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. Look, it says it will leave you breathless. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. Do you think it worked? But it didn't. Look, even the actors in the movie are holding their nose and spraying air freshener. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. You think that's going to work? Oh, look. Look at that. Did it work? Nope, it did not. And that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Do you see what I see out the window? Two guys walking in the night with the flashlight. Wonder what that's all about. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hallie. Do you remember when they were walking through the woods and there was that tree with that poster on it with the two bad guys? I said I wonder if that's going to be important later, and guess what? It was. Yikes, whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Ah, don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy. Oh, he's so cute. The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. And that dog couldn't hurt a fly, whispered one burglar. Come here, Poochie, Poochie, whispered the other. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. It was a miracle. They said it would take a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. Look at this, look at the newspapers. Rancid respirations restrain robbers. Hero hound halts hoodlums. Bad breath bungles burglary. Panting pooch paralyzes prowlers. Mutant space dog captures evil Elvis clones. That's a silly newspaper. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. And they changed their sign. Look, this home protected by dog breath. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. I am so glad that story had a happy ending, aren't you? And I'm going to go and get Tyrannosaurus Rex some breath mints too, because his breath is pretty stinky today. See him in his mask? Yep. So I will see you next time when I'll have a rhyming story. It's a book that I got when I was 2 or 3 years old. So you've probably never ever heard it before. So see you next time. Bye.